guys, so my name is Kimberly Abramitis, and I'm going to be talking to you guys about how college should be mandatory and how the government should get involved to make it cheaper for students to actually afford college. So for me, college is really important just because it's the place where you get to truly find out who you are and what you really like and believe in. I know I came in thinking that I loved engineering, and then I took an engineering class and I said, no, that's not for me. So then I decided to take some journalism classes, and that's where I really found what I love to do. And then it's also a great place to find new people and ideas and people who have been different places and seen different things, and so they really have an impact on who you are and who you'll become because you've been exposed to all these different people and cultures and ideas. But the downside is that college is outrageously expensive. Very few people can escape college without being in debt. Many people have student loans. I know I have student loans. And projectionstudentdebt.org found that 7 in 10 college seniors who graduated last year had a student loan debt with an average of $29,400 per borrower. So for me, I know that's like a really staggering number, and I don't even know how I would pay that off at this point. So it's caused me to even think about maybe going to graduate school after I graduate, just to defer having to pay all those debts. So today I'm going to be telling you a little bit about how important it is to go to college, and how, despite what critics say, government officials should really intervene and make it cheaper for students. I know that it's really expensive, and it's gotten to the point where a lot of students just decide not to go to college at all because it's so expensive. They don't have help from their family, or maybe their family can't pay for it, so they decide to work for a couple of years to try and save up enough money. But a lot of times life gets in the way, and all that money that you saved up goes towards something else, or you realize that you didn't save up enough to even pay for like a full year. So a lot of times people just eventually just don't go. Some argue that the local community colleges make it really cheap, even free, for some students to go to college. So I decided to look into that further, and I asked some students around campus what they thought. Martha, she's still going to community college, and she said that it's really hard to get into the classes that she needs for her major. So instead of graduating in 2 years and then continuing on to a 4-year university like she had planned to, she says that now she's going to be staying at her community college for 4 years to earn her associate's degree and then continuing on to a 4-year university. So that's just more time, money, and effort that she's putting in and not really getting any reward out of it. Justin, he's currently a senior here at the university. He's actually going to be a 5th-year senior because he did 2 years at a community college and earned his associate's degree, but whenever he transferred to the university, he wasn't recognized for his associate's degree, and they didn't count a lot of his credits, so that means that he had to retake a lot of his courses. So that just put him behind, and again, he wasted time, money, and effort. So higher education is an important part of a person's life, yet it seems really impossible these days to do it without the detrimental consequences that you hear about. I still believe that these consequences are outweighed by all the good that you get out of college, though. I think that college is a necessary transition period from high school to real life. Many of my friends who went from high school to a job and moving out of their parents' home are struggling, and they don't know what they're going to do or where their life is going to be in 10 years, whereas I have a 10-year plan, and I want to be able to see that continue to grow. I like to think that college is kind of like my cast here. It's a fiberglass cast instead of the plaster cast. So this is like the transition period. Like, this is where my broken wrist is supposed to like heal a little bit, and the swelling is supposed to go down before I move on into my plaster cast. So that's kind of what college is for students. It's kind of, moving from one portion of your life into another. I know that college, if you're college educated, you're more likely to be paid more. The National Association of Colleges and Employers found that the overall average starting salary for class of 2013 new college graduates currently stands at $45,327, which is an increase of 2.4% over the reported average of $44,259 for the class of 2012 graduates. So looking overall at all of the graduates and what they're earning annually, it just continues to increase and increase and increase, which makes me feel better about graduating soon, knowing that I will be having an income to hopefully pay off all of my debts. College is also great because it allows you to do things like internships, where you get to step foot into maybe what you're hoping to do as your career, and you get to, build relationships with people and hopefully maybe have a stepping stone into a job as soon as you graduate. College campuses are also really great for the fact that they hold resume workshops, mock interviews, and job fairs. So that way students can really get a feel of what employers are looking for and prepare themselves for the job market once they graduate. So now that we have talked about all the different things that can be gained because of college education and the struggles that college students face, I call everyone who is fed up with how expensive college is to take action and voice your concerns and frustrations. So I implore everyone to really call, email your government officials and explain to them how important college is and how expensive it is and how it's really being detrimental to students who could really use it, and they have to turn it down and say, no, I can't go to college because I can't afford it. ProjectionStudentDebt.org found that more than 650,000 federal student loan borrowers who entered repayment in 2011 defaulted on their loans by 2013. So, it's so expensive, in fact, that students who are going to college can't even pay off their loans. So, if the students who are actually using our college facilities can't even pay for it, then I think that there's a problem. So, that was my speech. Thank you all for listening.